Well, welcome back. Lucas here again, playing some Transport Fever. If you remember from last episode, I had kind of tidied up some of my rail lines a little bit, upgraded them, added some more cars, and then I also started the Cuckfield and Droitwich Spa bus connections. And I was trying to figure out my machine issue down here. Well, I started toying with it a little bit. I added a little test train and a test line. Here's my little test train. Just a little tiny babby. Nothing too crazy. But I think it's gonna work. Its sole purpose is to deliver machines to Normanton here. I tried to get it to work on the passenger station, and for some reason it wasn't working. I think it's because I didn't have a direct line to the industrial area, and I don't really have room to add a depot for bus or stagecoaches. So I kind of just left it, and I just found it to be cheaper to just place this than to create buses or transport vehicles. So yeah, I'm just kind of trying that out and seeing if anything happens. Looks like I do have some machines waiting. Oh, to go to Normanton. Perfect. So I'll get a little bit of income from that. I didn't want a big train or an expensive train because I don't think it's necessary. So I think that'll work out pretty good. Other than that, I've actually been contemplating on doing a rail hub. I'm not sure where I want to do it, but once I start expanding my industrial empire, a rail hub I think will be necessary. And I think what I'm going to do with that is just build it over here. Just keep Normanton as like the central part of my empire. And what you do with a rail hub is it's just a big rail yard where all your manufactured goods go to get dropped off. And then from there, it can get distributed out to the other towns. And it wouldn't be connected up to Normanton. It would literally be a train station out here. And it'd have multiple rails and trains like, for example, eventually my little machine train would be a larger machine train. And it would just be, its sole purpose would be to deliver machines to the hub. And then what I would do is I would have specialized trains that would go from the hub to, for example, Cuckfield. And it would have a box car, it would have some flatbeds, oil tankers, and it would take all those items, from the hub and bring them up to Cuckfield instead of having specialized steel trains running to each town. You know, it'd just be way more efficient. So I think I might work on that eventually, once I start getting some of these passenger lines hooked up. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'd like to get Whaley Bridge hooked up too, but that'll be a pretty expensive tunnel project, going through that mountain line there. Yeah, Middleham has on its own started taking in machines, so that's great. So hopefully that gets a lot better. And then with that extra rail line delivering machines, there's going to be more of a demand for machines. So hopefully this production system kind of gets kicked into high gear. Other than that, everything's running pretty smooth. Just kind of debating on my next step here. I have quite a bit of money. God, look at that. And that's another thing that'll be nice with that hub. Is I could redirect all these to the hub and then distribute them, but I don't foresee me needing to do that. I think the rail line I have going right now will be nice, but I can have the machines go to the hub, and there'll be a huge demand for machines once I start actually spreading out the the rail lines for them. But I need to get these other cities set up for that in the meantime. So, with that said, I am going to start my rail lines. And I'm going to start with, what is this, Cuckfield here. And I think I just might do a terminal station here. Because I think for here, I'll just continue the line like this. And then I can have Market Wayton hooked up. But I don't see the line having to continue through here. And I haven't done one of these yet. So this will be kind of fun. Now where do I want this set up? Ideally, I'd like it set up right in here. But that's not going to happen. So I think... And I really have to watch these mountains too. Shoot. It's kind of steep now that I look at it. I might have to toy with that a little bit. As in, I am going to lay rail first and see how much of a gong show this is actually going to be. And I'll keep it flush with this road. I think that'll be the best route. Yeah, there it's already trying to fight it. It's probably going to be a pretty expensive line. But it might be alright as long as I keep it in small sections. Oof. Man, you gotta love hills. I don't really have an option. It's one or nothing. Oh. There you go. And then... yeah, let's keep it going. This... Some of the roads, man, I don't get them. Like, why is this bowed out like that? Gotta love random generation. And then... so I can keep the speeds up, make it nice and wide. Perfect. I'll add a switch here just before I forget. And that should work out pretty good, except for the fact that I actually don't have the station hooked up. Huh. Okay, so I'll have to expand that. Well, let's keep this rail going. Oops. Ooh. Yeah, it's not digging this. For some reason I bowed in a little too much. Okay, cool. Oh, crap. Started getting a little too close to town, I think. You know, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this road, continue this road through, and I'll just have the station right in there. Oh, 500,000? Oh, no. Yeah, deleting anything in this game. Oh, this isn't going to look good. Guess I could do that. Yeah, deleting anything in this game is expensive. Something that's already built. That's actually not too bad. It was way cheaper than deleting that road. And yeah, we'll just have to do that. That wasn't too bad, honestly. And what I'm going to do is delete that. I'll continue this road through so it makes a loop. And delete another building. Great. Yeah, so it'll make a loop, and then I think I'm going to move that bus station a little closer so they don't have to walk as far. And that was expensive as well. But it'll work out. Boom. So they don't have a far walk. I got the train station set up. I need to add a line. I'll have it start here and here, and then I'll have to modify this station. I think what I'm going to do is make it a double station. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see what my line setup looks like. Because what I want it to do is I want it to go in there. Oh, I got an idea. These things come in handy. The waypoints. And what I'll do is this orange line here. I already have a waypoint. Normanton. Oh, yeah, to bypass that city. So I'll add another waypoint to bypass Featherstone. I should just be able to do that, and it will work out just fine. So then it doesn't cut through my rail station. Too much curve. Oh, got it. Boom. Okay, so I did it anyway. You bugger. Why is it doing that? Shoot. Okay, so that's why it's doing that. So, with that said, I need to figure out how I'm going to do this correctly. Okay, so that train will wait for that train to go through. And I need this train. That'll work. So that'll just make the orange line the primary line through there. Cool. I also need to name this line, and it's going to be the Cuckfield to darn thing. Yeah, we'll just do that. And Featherstone. Hopefully there's enough room on here. Otherwise I'll have to abbreviate. Just fits. Perfect. Okay, so that's my passenger line. And let's add a train. Double check my... Yep, the routing is just perfect. We'll buy a cheaper train. Nothing too crazy, but I'll add 4 cars right off the bat. Boom. And there you go. So I'll give it a couple rounds and then I'll actually start having passengers. It'll take a little bit though. And while I'm at it, since I have the money, I might as well do the Droitwich station as well. And this is going to be a pass-through station. So I'm going to keep it a little out of town. Town will kind of develop into it eventually. But I think if I keep it something like this, it'll work out just fine. I'll rotate it a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Right there. And I'll have to... You know, I think that I'll move the bus station a little bit, but not too far. I don't think it needs to move too far. Hopefully this works. Yep. I love that I can move those stations and it keeps the lines together instead of having to reset them as long as they're close enough. And then this will hook up right to my freight line. As much as I don't want to, it'll just be the most efficient use of my line. What is going on here? It does not want to hook up. There we go. Zoom out a little bit. Screw it. Keeps the speed up. It's cutting through a hill anyway. Oh, whoa, what's going on here? I don't want a tunnel. It can't be that bad, is it? Oh, it is going uphill. Okay, so we'll just have to take it easy. And hopefully offset this. Crap. Maybe if I zigzag, it'll work out. Yeah, this will be fine. Just little sections, pretty expensive. Now that I think about it, maybe I should just have this connect to the other town right from the bat. No, I don't trust that. I don't think it actually connected. No, I don't want that. Darn thing, you know. Just so finicky. Like, why is it going up? You should not be going up. There. Now I need to decide, do I want my freight line to be my main line or if I want the passenger line? I think I'll make the freight line the secondary. Like so. Because passengers are going to be a little more needy than freight. I don't know if it actually matters, but I don't want the passenger train sitting there forever. And we'll add that. And we'll have it go to Featherstone as well. Cool. And I will, because that's the secondary, I'll have to add some sidelines there. But otherwise it should be alright. Get the line named here. Droitwich, I think I spelled that right. I'm not adding the spa part. And Featherstone. Boom. And then I need a train, and that will be set. We'll go middle of the road. Well, I'll go a little bit more expensive on this one. And 4 cars per usual to get started. And I forgot the line color. There it is. Now at Featherstone here, I might actually have to add a second train station. We'll see. Because I mean, I'll have 2 trains coming in from this side and 1 train coming from this side at all times, so the station might get a little backed up. And shoot, how do I want to do this? I think just a bypass right here will be enough. It's a pretty short line. I don't think I'll have too much of a weight issue. Let's get a look at this. Do one there and one hop. Perfect. Yeah, so we'll just let those run. Hopefully they start making money. I don't see why not. And while I'm at it, I should look into doing some more industry. I think if I get another main industry set up, then I can start thinking about doing my hub over here in Normanton. How's my little train doing here? Okay, so it's losing out its ass. I mean, that's not... 60k down for an experiment isn't bad. But it would be nice for it to be a little bit better. It is going to pick up some more. Let's see if it's actually taking it in. Yep. So, I mean, it is going. I think once I set up the hub and actually get some nice trains going, it'll be way more efficient. But I think next episode, that's when I'm going to start setting up that hub. And I don't know... I know I want it in here somewhere, but I don't know if I want it right here. And then have it all spiderweb out onto the main lines. Or if I want it parallel and then have a loop around. I'm thinking off to the side out here. And then just have it as a terminal. Like so. I think it's something like this. And then like that. You know? And then probably another one off to the side eventually, once I start getting more stuff coming in. And when I do that, I'm probably going to have to upgrade these railroads to 2-lane or 2-rail. We'll see. But I need to get some more of these industries up and running for it to actually work out. And it might be worth doing another rail Another rail yard out here, maybe, once I start spreading out. I need to start getting some more more raw resources coming in. Yeah, I'll have to actually get that planned out. Let's see, how are my finances on these rails? I suppose it's the start of a new year, so that doesn't do me any good. And let's get that turned off and that turned off. Trains go quite a few years without needing an upgrade, so I don't need any info on that. Let's slow things down and let's look at my budget. So last year I made 1.67 million total. Running costs were 1.34, most of which was on the railroad. And then property maintenance wasn't that bad, and I made 3 million income. So it's steady. It's not anything crazy. Loan interest was 25,000, so let's repay back my loan. Might as well, huh? Okay, so now I don't own any money. All money coming in is for me. Yeah, doing pretty good. Man, it's tempted to get another train going. Another freight train. Huh. And these trains will be at an operating loss for a little while, but should pick up pretty good. And then Featherstone will become a pretty good hub. So the Featherstone to Normanton rail will have to be upgraded. But yeah, I think this is a good spot to stop. Next episode, I am going to try to concentrate on building a rail hub and maybe get some of these outlining industries in there. I don't know if I want to do raw resources to hub, 2 manufacturing depots back to the hub. Might be worth doing. Or if I want to have raw resources go right to the rail station, or right to the manufacturers and then to the hub, I think that'd probably be the best route. So then I don't have raw resources stockpiling up in my hub. But we'll see. But yeah, thank you for watching, and tune in next episode.